When the Holy Spirit meets the serpent, you experience one of the highest forms of alchemy, and you have the dragon, which is the best representation of that alchemy that I have received until now. So today we are talking about the dynamics of ascension and purification and Kundalini awakening. Hello everyone, my name is Valeria, and in this channel we talk about spirituality and esoterics. So this serpent represents the Kundalini. Kundalini is life force, raw life force. The dove in this case represents the Shekhinah or the Holy Spirit, which is healing. It is the gift from God to us. I feel the Holy Spirit as a dove because in the baptism of Yeshua by John or Johanna the Baptist, it is said that the Holy Spirit came down in a shape of a dove on Yeshua, okay? But you don't have to resonate with the dove. The Holy Spirit is a force from God, okay? But understanding the dove and the serpent, it's super useful, okay? So the idea for Kundalini is exaltation, okay? Kundalini only expands what is already there, while the Holy Spirit purifies everything on us through healing and love and light. So we need both forces together in alchemy. We need both the serpent and the Holy Spirit, okay? Because the serpent is only life force. The serpent is going to exalt whatever is there. That is why you need the Holy Spirit to give you healing from God, which is love and light, so that the Kundalini is going to expand and exalt the light and not only fear or distortions on your energetic centers. So, you need to first receive light from God, love from God, from Source, from the Divine, to accept the Holy Spirit, and then the light is going to make clear your blockages so you can work with them. You will have to focus on healing on that energetic center and pray and receive more healing until there is only light, and then Kundalini goes and expands that light and you start to live from some sort of exaltation of the gifts, okay? And that is the ideal scenario for most of us. Our Kundalini woke up a long ago, especially if you are a twin flame, and started to expand all our debris and distortion in our energetic centers. So if that is your case, you need to be more careful because you are going to experience some sort of Kundalini syndrome, okay? There are techniques for this, but try to focus on receiving love, on feeling love. Receive the Holy Spirit. Focus a lot on healing of all your blockages, okay? So Kundalini amplifies everything that is already there. Debris, pain, trauma, but also gifts. So if you didn't have the time to prepare for Kundalini awakening, it is hard because you didn't have years to work on your energetic centers, on deep traumas, but good news is that you are going to be able to create the most unique divine manifestation through your gifts and through allowing spirit to work through you. This is why when you are in Kundalini ascension, you can experience hell one day, then you clear the blockage and you create something amazing, okay? Something otherworldly. And then maybe other blockage appear, okay? And remember, Kundalini amplifies everything. So dark nights get darker, but heaven gets holier. So this is how it works. We receive light, then the blockages become more clear for us. So we want more light, but at a rhythm that we can hold, okay? because light can be too much, too painful for us, okay? So if light is too much, focus only in love. Meditate in that love in the present moment, and then when you feel better, you ask again for more light to continue with the purification, okay? So light is going to dissolve the blockages, and you can help in the physical too. Be aware of which is the medicine that your body is asking for. When Kundalini is awakened, energetic imbalances can be super serious, okay? Those should be treated immediately as if you were physically sick, okay? Because again, Kundalini is amplifying everything and very quickly. So I know sometimes people in the New Age don't understand why other people are talking about the Holy Spirit and God and being Christed. And the reason is that there comes a point in which you can't continue without God, okay, and the Holy Spirit and the deep healing because Kundalini is so strong and you can't go back. So you need to move forward, okay? And you can't move forward without that light and love. This is like the stairway to heaven, okay? And my experience has been this feeling like that I am climbing this mountain, and it's like when you're hiking and the trail becomes really narrow, okay, and there is people behind you so you can't go back. I know I have experienced that, and at that point the only option is to move forward to continue with the climbing, but you can't do that by yourself. You need the hand of the divine, okay? And that is the point when Kundalini meets the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit penetrates the Kundalini, and the dragon is created, okay? And you are able to continue and to move forward in your climbing, but in your life, in your ascension, okay? So, one of the keys to master this dynamic is to start to notice every trigger. Okay, notice that every trigger is just showing you something that needs to be purified. Sometimes it can be hard to let go of the victim mentality because we get mad when things don't go well. But it is actually helping us. Okay, that way it is easier for us to spot where to direct the healing, and then we become masters in that area, okay? And especially if our solar plexus is unbalanced, we are going to feel as victims, and it is going to be hard to understand how this Kundalini purification works, okay? So then you become used to experience a trigger and go and work with the related energetic center, you pray, you do inner searching, and so on. And when the Holy Spirit meets the serpent, then you experience one of the highest forms of alchemy, okay? And you have the dragon, which is again the best representation of alchemy that I have received until now, and that is the science of ascension, purification, and the path of enlightenment. And it often takes time, okay? It is important to be patient and try to focus more on healing and accepting the love so that when your Kundalini awakens, it is a lot easier, okay? Again, for a lot of us, Kundalini woke up before we could heal like completely, properly, and that is dangerous, okay? So you can manifest hell scenarios on earth, okay? But the good news is that purification allows you to manifest also heaven scenarios on earth, okay, in your reality. I believe that Kundalini awakens when our soul is ready, and we always have some degree of Kundalini awakening, okay, because there are stages, and this is something that I don't hear a lot in the spiritual community, okay, but when we say Kundalini awakening, we are referring to one of the advanced stages of Kundalini awakening, okay? But we have always been moving some Kundalini. We need some Kundalini in order to be alive in the physical reality. And then in our teen years, we also experience some Kundalini rising, okay? So, Kundalini is life force and is represented by the serpent, and it is only going to expand what is already there. If you have unbalanced energetic centers, Kundalini is going to exalt that, and you start to become enlightened. Okay, while if your energetic centers are not doing well, Kundalini is going to exalt the distortion. Kundalini is something raw, you know? Think about it. It is pure life force, and that is exactly what dark entities want and need, okay? Then you need to accept the Holy Spirit. You need love and light in your body, which are real things. And then the Kundalini is going to expand that love and light, and you start to purify your imbalances and blockages, and then dark entities have nothing to use against you, okay? Because they can't create something new, and you become a super powerful being, okay? And that is part of what saints did in the past, okay? So here you need the Shekhinah, the Holy Spirit, the dove, okay? So if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to this channel. Let me know in the comments how are you doing with Kundalini. Let us all know, maybe someone else is feeling the same as you, or maybe someone is experiencing the same as you are with Kundalini and with your ascension. So thank you so much for being here today. I am sending you so much love.